get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
Nobody expected it. Not fans, not insiders, not even people close to the situation. When the video leaked early Tuesday morning showing Aaron walking out of a downtown Atlanta hotel with a woman closely connected to Iman Shumpert, the internet didn't just react. It exploded. Faces were zoomed in. Shadows were analyzed. But it didn't take long for people to put the pieces together. The woman wasn't just anyone. She was family. Iman's cousin. And in the middle of all this chaos involving Teyana Taylor, her ex-husband, and her current estranged partner, the last thing anyone thought they'd witness was Aaron caught in what looked like the ultimate betrayal. The footage was shaky, probably captured by someone inside a car or across the street. But it was clear enough. Aaron walking out of the hotel lobby with his hoodie up, looking around nervously. The woman next to him, tall, sunglasses, dressed in oversized sweats. She tried to move quickly, looking down, but fans noticed. Because real fans always notice. The hotel was one of those boutique places, low-key, not flashy, the kind of spot you'd use if you didn't want to be seen. Which only made the whole situation look even worse. By the time the video hit X, formerly Twitter, the hashtags were already climbing. Hashtag Aaron caught. Hashtag Teyana deserves better. Hashtag Iman's cousin. Within an hour, the woman's identity was confirmed. Screenshots began to surface, showing her at a family reunion with Iman last year. Group photos, matching shirts, the whole deal. She wasn't some distant relative. She was close enough to be in the inner circle. And now, she was seen leaving a hotel with the very man who had allegedly disrespected Teyana, sparked a restraining order from Iman, and caused a digital civil war in fan spaces. People couldn't believe it. One fan tweeted, "This ain't even betrayal. This is warfare." Another wrote, "Aaron is playing with fire now. You really gonna sleep with a cousin? After all this?" And the reactions weren't just limited to fans. Within hours, gossip blogs were running full breakdowns, timelines, and receipts. They tracked when Aaron first followed Iman's cousin on Instagram, pulled up old comments, and even caught a few likes she left on his pictures back when he and Teyana were still going strong. That part hit hard, because it meant this might not have been random. This connection didn't start that night at the hotel. It had been brewing, quietly, maybe secretly, for weeks, or longer. And what hurt most was how easily this could have been hidden, if not for the one person who caught it all on camera. One anonymous clip, and suddenly the whole timeline was burning. Meanwhile, Teyana stayed silent. No posts, no likes, no story updates. Just complete digital silence. But fans noticed she unfollowed Aaron again, after having briefly refollowed him weeks ago when rumors swirled about a reconciliation. More noticeably, she also unfollowed Iman's cousin. That spoke volumes. Because Teyana doesn't move online unless she's sending a message. And this one? Later that day, Teyana posted a black screen on Instagram with a single sentence. "God reveals what he needs you to see." No name, no tag. But everybody knew. Her fans flooded the comments, offering prayers, encouragement, and warnings to cut off everyone who didn't mean her well. It was heartbreaking to watch. This woman, who had already been through enough public humiliation, now having to deal with betrayal that hit closer than anyone imagined. Iman's response? It wasn't subtle, and it definitely wasn't cryptic. Just hours after the studio video of Teyana went viral, he posted a throwback photo of himself holding his daughter. The caption read simply, "Family first. Loyalty second. The rest? Irrelevant." It was short, sharp, and it cut deep. No names were mentioned, but no one needed them. The timing said it all. Fans instantly knew who it was aimed at. Especially when, shortly after, Iman went on an unfollowing spree, removing both Aaron and the cousin from his social media. The message was loud and clear. Boundaries had been crossed, and this time, there was no going back. Sources close to Iman didn't hold back either. Words like shocked, furious, and betrayed started circulating. One insider claimed, "He's completely done with all of them." This wasn't just about disrespect. This was a violation. That hit hard. Because if there was one thing people admired about Iman, it was his calm. Even when Aaron had started overstepping, showing up uninvited, posting suggestively, making veiled jabs, Iman never reacted publicly. He took the high road. But this time, it looked like that patience had finally reached its breaking point. Then came the leaks. Quiet at first, but growing louder with every passing hour. One anonymous tip alleged that the cousin had been in contact with Aaron for weeks, secretly texting him while pretending to console Teyana, pretending to support her through her emotional collapse after the fallout. Another claimed the hotel meeting between Aaron and the cousin wasn't just a one-off. It had happened multiple times. And now that it's in the spotlight, insiders are whispering there might be more footage, more proof, maybe even a full timeline of events no one's ready to face. This wasn't just celebrity drama anymore. It was something deeper, a rupture in the very foundation of trust between Teyana and Aaron, between Iman and his own family, and between the fans and any lingering hope that peace, or at least quiet dignity, could be restored. Because heartbreak is one thing, but betrayal from within your own circle, that cuts in a way most people never recover from. And once you violate both love and blood, there's usually no path back. In the aftermath of everything, people began to reanalyze Aaron's behavior. Every post, every appearance, every quote. What once seemed like devotion was now being seen as manipulation. Was this all some twisted power play? A calculated move to punish Teyana for pulling away? Or perhaps a petty act of revenge aimed at Iman, the man who once stood where Aaron never could? Others speculated that maybe Aaron wasn't thinking at all, that he was spiraling, lashing out without a plan, consumed by a need for attention or control. Whatever the motivation, one thing became painfully clear. Public opinion had turned. Swiftly, quietly, but completely. Even his most loyal defenders had gone silent, their usual justifications nowhere to be found. And then there was the cousin. The silence from her side was just as loud. Her social media presence vanished almost overnight, accounts deleted, or locked behind tight privacy settings. But that wasn't enough to escape the wave of backlash. Internet sleuths dug through old photos, old posts, leaving behind comments like, "You knew exactly what you were doing," and "Betrayal hits different when it's family." This wasn't just about romantic infidelity anymore. This was something far deeper, betrayal on a bloodline level. A crack in the foundation of family that people couldn't stop talking about. But the deepest wound in all of this? It wasn't the headlines. It wasn't the viral clips or the nonstop gossip threads. It wasn't even the fallout between lovers, friends, or family. The real tragedy, the one that truly lingers, is the child. Teyana and Iman's daughter, young and impressionable, now caught in the middle of a storm she didn't ask to be part of. While the adults around her made chaotic, painful choices, she's been there, watching, listening, learning in the worst way how quickly trust can be broken. She didn't need to see the blogs to feel the tension. Kids always know. The energy in the room changes. Conversations pause when she walks in. Whispers float just out of earshot. And even if no one's saying her name, she's witnessing her world shift. One headline, one betrayal, one silence at a time. That's what makes this more than just a messy situation. It's a personal, emotional collapse, one unfolding in public, but deeply private for her. And long after the gossip dies down, she'll remember how it made her feel. And yet, in the midst of the wreckage, Teyana did what only the strongest do. She rose. Just days after her quiet yet cutting studio live stream, she made her first public appearance. No drama. No emotional captions. No attempts at damage control. She simply stepped out, elegant, composed, and stunning in designer couture at a private fashion event.
No Aaron. No cousin. No Iman.
Just her, laughing with friends, posing for photos, chin up, shoulders back. That was the statement. Not a word spoken, but the message was loud. I'm still standing, and I'm done looking back. Meanwhile, Aaron's side has stayed noticeably quiet.
No formal statements. No interviews.
Just silence. But behind the scenes, whispers have begun surfacing. Certain blogs are claiming sources close to Aaron insist the infamous hotel meetup was innocent. Just a pair of old friends reconnecting, they say. Nothing scandalous. Nothing romantic. But the public isn't buying that version of events. Because innocence doesn't look like hoodies pulled low over your face. It doesn't involve slipping out a side door just after dawn. It doesn't come with nervous glances and tight body language. And it certainly doesn't explain why the cousin looked more caught than calm walking beside him. Innocent or not, the damage has already been done. And now, more than ever, people aren't just watching, they're remembering. Every detail, every silence, every betrayal. Innocence doesn't usually come with that much effort to hide. And now, more than ever, people are watching, waiting to see what happens next. Sometimes, the truth doesn't need a press release. It speaks through behavior, through silence, through who you stand next to when no one's watching. At the end of the day, Aaron being spotted with Iman's cousin wasn't just another chapter in a messy love triangle. It was a full betrayal that shattered the last thread of peace that remained. And no matter how much damage control they try to spin, the internet already saw everything. And the internet never forgets.